everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Well, now I really wasn't expecting to see like all these subs come rolling through like that. Holy crap, Ola! I'm floored. I just want to say
Cena
before
Beery giving us 10 gift subs. Thanks a lot.
Cedar Berry is the man, and I have to say, Cedar Berry, thank you so much. We really appreciate the love and support that you've been giving this show since we've started. So I'm just completely caught off guard, you know.
In a good way, though.
Absolutely. Given that we had a bit of a late start because a couple of plugins weren't working, the audio wasn't playing right, and I didn't do anything. So, but everything is up and running now. So, sweet Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Anywho, let's get things going. Welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 665. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
And I'm Ari Rockefeller.
Mako is taking the night off. She's not feeling too well, but she will be back next week. So I think it's like the last Tuesday of the month before we roll it along. So, hey, it's all good in the hood. So now we got that out the way. Ari, how are you feeling tonight, my friend?
I'm in a lot of pain from existing.
What's wrong?
I just have, been pain in my knees, my hips, and my lower back. It's been bothering me for the past few days. It's been pretty bad.
I kind of feel your pain. It's like I was talking to one of my coworkers. He was saying that his mom had knee surgery, and I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather not have knee surgery myself. I mean, I have some slight issues with my knee from when I dislocated it like almost 20 years ago. It's just that I just hate going up the stairs because of that, but I deal with it. So, unless the doctor says something has to be done, I'm just rolling with the punches to the best of my ability. So, as for me, I'm all right. I got a lot of stuff done for the most part, but no results just yet. But I got few more things to do. Minor stuff around the house, all that other stuff. Anywho, enough about that. We're live tonight, week of February 18th, 2025, right here on Twitch TV. We're here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You'll always find us at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. And we're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at vognetwork.com. And don't forget, they're also on Twitch, so you can show your love and support with them at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. And come hang out in our Discord, vognetwork.com/Discord. Every show that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network has their own channel, so come through, hang out, and have a good time. And that's how we do. And now that we got that out the way, let's kick things going with how was your day? How was your week, Ari?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on, hasn't it?
Yeah, you've been busy with work and stuff, which is totally understandable.
Mm-hmm. And where's the window? Like not this past weekend, but like last Sunday, I had some issues with my bed, as in it broke under me when I was asleep. Because when I bought it, it didn't have a box spring, so it just had the slats on it. And I said, "Yeah, that'll be fine enough." I'm like, okay. So I didn't buy the box spring, and at like 5:30 in the morning, I just hear a loud crunch, and I get folded up in my mattress like a taco.
Jesus.
I wasn't hurt or anything, just really pissed. I had to buy a whole new bed.
Yeah.
Got the box spring with it this time, and the extended warranty, because the old one broke after about a year and a half when the warranty had expired.
Right.
Ugh. So that's how that happened. And for 4 days, I ended up having to sleep on my couch in the living room, which was also not a lot of fun.
I kind of feel you on that.
And then this past like the last weekend, not this past one, but that same Saturday, not the same Friday. Sorry, I I went to I went into Philly to the Met to see Dream Theater, their
Yeah.
40th anniversary show. It was phenomenal, though we did. I mean, it was sold out, and it was still packed. It was still quite of a line when we got there, so I kind of missed a little bit of it. Like it was like 25 minutes late. Like for them, it's like, that's like one, maybe two songs.
Mm-hmm.
Show was amazing. And then Eagles won the Super Bowl, which is why I'm back to the avoid Philadelphia sign.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, it's just been mostly work stuff.
Well, I hear you. I hear you on that. Hmm. Yeah, work stuff has been work stuff, but because of President's Day, Friday was a half day at work for me, so I came home, got my hair cut, did laundry, and I just went to spend the weekend with a friend. Hang out with her. We didn't do much because of the weather, because we were planning to go out for a drive and go out and all that good stuff. Because it just feels good to meet up and just get the fuck out for a while. But that didn't happen, and I came home. And I played Borderlands 2 with Kuro Hikari-chan, and basically we're going through all the we're constantly going through all the Borderlands until the fourth one comes out in September. So there's that. I am mentally getting stuff together because I am in the process of moving my storage. Now, as you all know, all of my stuff that's in storage is mostly all my anime stuff, and older video games and stuff are in storage. I'm moving it all down towards Mako-chan's place because I realize it's easier for me to get down to her neck of the woods if I need anything or drop stuff off, because I can leave it there. She can drop it off in the storage and head off to work. So that's going to be happening soon. Because I do have to start getting ready for my trip to Japan, and that's less than 90 days. So I'm looking forward to that. So let's see what else is there. I think that's basically is it. I know we don't really talk about work per se on the show. But I am still waiting to find out about this fifth round interview. So I'm probably gonna have to ping somebody and be like, "Oh, what's going on here? What are we waiting for?" And they're probably gonna say, "Oh, we're just waiting for an opening in his schedule," which it happens. So there's that. So
let's hope that's all there is to it.
Well, the funny thing is, everybody who is applying for this position, everybody is basically doing like all of these interviews as a part of a formality. And then after everything is said and done, it's handed back down to the manager of that department to decide on who gets to be added to the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see. The only thing that I hate is that when you find out when someone's going up for promotion or lead or something like that, that person starts working their ass off as if they were working like that from day one. They just do average work, average work. Oh, I'm going to apply. I'm going to try to get this lead position. Then they start working like hustling, doing all this like they're Superman or something like that.
They want the better responsibilities, pay, all
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, here's my thing. Where was this day one? Because I put in my 100% every single day, every day. I'm not gonna sit here and go over. I'm like, they can see that management is not stupid. But, enough about that. That's basically has it been. So let's go ahead and get into some housekeeping news. As soon as this refreshes and done, as soon as this thing gets through, there we go. All right, just want to let you know. Oh,
What was that?
I was clicking over to OneNote and my thumb, like my pinky finger, hit my mouse and kind of clipped it. And I'm looking at my mouse and keyboard. I'm like, I think I need to unplug them, give them a good cleaning. Oh, I got some free. I think I have some free time this weekend. I could probably do that. But just want to let y'all know that episodes of this podcast are available on our YouTube page. Episodes go up Thursday at 12 noon, so definitely check them out there. This is perfect for those who are who wants to see older episodes past a year, because if you're a sub to our channel, you have access to our archive for about a good year. So there's that. And no new information for Fans View Friday. As soon as I get some more information, I will let you all know. And don't forget our first convention of the year, ZenkaiCon 2025 in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, March 21st to the 23rd. And we will be there. And I will have a panel on Twitch streaming. I think I know what date and time is. I gotta go look at that email. And once I know that, I'll let you all know on the next episode. And I will post this on my Facebook page as well. Let's see what else is there. And I think that's it. All right, let's get into did I not have it on housekeeping? Oh, I did. I thought so. All right, let's go ahead and move ahead. Refresh. Let's get into Geek Roundtable. Geek Roundtable is more of the geekier aspects segment of our show. We talk more about, the good stuff, what we've been up to. So, Ari, what have you been up to for Geek Roundtable?
Well, I suddenly had a backlog of stuff I wanted to talk about, but with my jersey in the closet, I'm like, I don't feel like digging it out. I did want to show off this while I was talking about Dream Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Is a novelization of their Scenes from Memory, album.
Oh, okay.
It's very complex story. It's of course the music for it's great. It's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Okay, that's
I haven't
cool.
gotten to sit down and read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Mm. Ooh, that's nice. As for me, I'm about to jump on and start posting more older convention photos on my Instagram. What I try to do is there are some people who will post their cosplay photos during the convention. I usually tend to wait till afterwards because there are so many. But once I'm fully caught up, I should be able to start doing it a lot quicker. So right now I'm going through the backlog. I would like to get the ZenkaiCon 2024 the rest of those photos up on my Instagram, the ones I took, and the rest of the 2024 up there. And if I have time, all the older cons and stuff. So there's that. I am staring at buying a new phone as much as I don't want to because the newer phones have built-in memory and no memory
Built
card.
in AI.
I don't give a fuck about AI. I really don't.
Hmm.
I won't even bother using it. I mean, granted, I have used Chat GPT a couple times. Like, I need you to reword this or rewrite this, or I'm having stuck. That I'm okay with, because all it is just it's just like an automatic researcher or something like that. That's all it is. It's not really AI. No. But there's that. Um, I actually got my other Nintendo Switch dock in from a friend, so my project on that is to convert that into a portable dock. And yes, there are plenty of docks you can buy on Amazon, but I'm just really worried about, buying a dock and just then it just locks up. Because that happened to one of the docks I bought. I had to do a hard reset on my Switch. I didn't lose anything, but doing something, I'm just like, I'd rather buy a used dock and just pull the guts out and convert it into a more of a portable one. So I had one before, and I realized I left it in a hotel room and didn't realize it's like weeks later. I was like, but what's interesting is I didn't really travel with my Switch enough to justify getting one because I travel like maybe 3-4 times a year, and it's far and few. I would actually need take the dock with me, but it's been coming like that. So I'm gonna take care of that. I'm on episode 5 of Red Ranger no Isekai, Red Ranger Boku no Isekai, which is Red Ranger Adventures in Another World, which is pretty fun. I am wearing my samurai-esque Scooby and Shaggy shirt. Can't tell to the light here, but gotta make it work for the most part. So there's that. And that basically is it for Geek Roundtable. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into tonight's stories, and I will kick things off. And first thing we're going to talk about is an update from last week's story about disability discrimination lawsuit or complaint at Crunchyroll. So basically, what happened is, software engineer Sean Hoffman says that he has filed a complaint against anime streaming platform with the EEOC, which is the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, over company retaliation and disability discrimination. As per LinkedIn, Hoffman issued an update regarding his termination from the company following what he alleges was retaliation and disability discrimination, after asking the company for ADA accommodations. He first came forward with allegations last week that stating that he was diagnosed with anxiety and major depressive disorder after his mother's terminal cancer diagnosis, which I completely understand. After he approached Crunchyroll, asked for accommodations for this, he experienced hostility, a shift in treatment, ostracization, and verbal abuse. Wow. I mean, at my job, it's far and few we have somebody coming in with that. I think the most we've had to deal with for ADA accommodations is somebody needing like a curved or split keyboard. And we actually had a couple of them we could hand over so that the person can use it. Because if not, they would have to buy it, get it reimbursed, and this and that. You know, it's something special. So basically, Hoffman alleges that he was terminated despite no prior warnings, performance concerns, or history of misconduct, while a manager who admitted to workplace abuse remained employed. This manager may be the same person pictured in Hoffman's initial post, making a middle finger gesture. That's wild. That is wild. And this person did this during an online call. I've heard some wild stories about Crunchyroll, like how they blew out one of the budgets, taking their staff to Lake Tahoe one year.
That I didn't hear about.
Yeah, this was about 5, 6, maybe almost 10 years back.
Unbelievable.
I know.
But yeah, this is some seriously illegal shit.
It really is. And I'm glad there are companies. I'm glad you can push back against retaliation. And sometimes it's kind of hard to prove because they're like, oh, this is how this is, So, and to me, it's like, oh, that is just such a crock of shit.
Yeah.
But, anyhow, according to Hoffman's post, he adds that Crunchyroll and Sony have refused to engage in discussions about a resolution, and their VP of HR attempted to silence him, sending a hostile, dismissive email insisting I have no valid claims and demanding I remove or correct my statements to fit their narrative. His post also says retaliation should never be the cost of speaking up, and that is true.
Oh, definitely.
Now, Crunchyroll has made a public response regarding the allegations and declined to directly just respond back to CBR, whose website, who wrote this article that we're discussing. And I'll tell you this right now, because I bet you there is an internal investigation going on at the moment, and because of that, they cannot say anything. Always remember, kids, whenever there is an investigation on something, everything related to it becomes hush-hush. Because if anybody related to it that says something about it, it could taint the investigation and cause issues for both sides. Remember that. And as much as you might get mad and angry, upset, and swear, oh, they're hiding something, they're not really hiding anything. They're just not allowed to say anything until the investigation is completely done. All right, wrong window. All right. Crunchyroll responded that it was investigating, as I just recently said, but has yet to issue an update as of the writing of this article coming out. A report by Bloomberg into workplace conditions revealed that employee morale has fallen since Sony purchased Crunchyroll and merged it with Funimation. Yes, and I can tell you this right now. There are voice actors who have a major issue with this. Now, here's the thing. A lot of voice actors work from home, and this is before the pandemic. A lot of voice actors have the high-speed internet capabilities to do their streams and their recordings online. And for some, not so much. Ergo, if they're near the studio, they'll go in and record their lines. As per Sony, which is an old-school company, when they got in their position, a majority share ownership of Funimation, they required their voice actors to do everything in-house. In a way, I do understand. It makes things easier to record, and I get that. But also, if the person has the high speed internet pipe and the proper software that you can remote back and forth with, I don't see that as an issue as well. Then again, during my time at NBC, I was loading remote software, so that the editors can work from home and do video editing and so forth. So there's that. So hopefully there will be a change. Not holding my breath on it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ari, it's on you, my friend.
Hmm. Researchers discover a rare fish from Studio Ghibli's Princess Mononoke.
That's cool.
Let's see it. A species of deep-water tilefish belonging to the Branchiostegidae family was recently confirmed as an unidentified species. The fish, which dwells within the South China Sea as deep as 200 meters below the surface, has a pale pink body with a prominent red cheek stripes under its eyes. They decided to name it Branchiostegus sane in reference to Studio Ghibli's son. Until recently, there were only 30 described species in the family as a whole, making the finding particularly significant within the realm of oceanic research. And there's a picture of the fish, later on, like a little bit further down the article. Would you mind showing it to the people?
1 second. Let me go ahead and grab this up. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you can see
That is an odd looking fish. It has that look of, oh shit, I'm done.
But you see the red lines going down its eye. They look like bloody tear streams.
Yeah, yes I do.
So the preservation of nature and the importance of coexistence is a recurring theme in Ghibli works. Miyazaki's first original animated feature, Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, is set in a post-apocalyptic landscape that's been ravaged by war and pollution. A sprawling toxic jungle consumes the planet, threatening the lives of the humans that remain. While her people see the forest and its protective insects as a plague, Nausicaa is aware of the role they serve in healing their earth and fights to protect them. In Princess Mononoke, Ashitaka patiently mediates the violent conflict between San and the forest gods and the leaders of Irontown, industrial settlement whose inhabitants frequently destroy nature in search of resources. So yeah, we have another, I guess animal, bird, fish, or whatever, named after something anime related.
Yep. And I see
which
the
is
beer.
pretty neat, I think.
Yeah, and I see the beer says that's an ugly but cool fish.
Yeah, I know, right? Like Mononoke, that's quite a pull.
And my next question is, I wonder how it tastes.
Really?
I like seafood.
Oh. I thought it was something related to the film.
No. I like seafood. That's why I said that.
Oh well. I could you excuse me for a second? I gotta use the bathroom.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into our next story as well. Let me go ahead and there we go. We'll hide that so that Ari can go off and handle some business. And then we're gonna get into our next story, which is about Cells at Work. It is a real feel-good anime, but again, I do not recommend watching Code Black if you have just recently lost somebody. So outside of that, it's gonna hit you like a ton of bricks. But enough about that. Let's talk about this live action film. Let me see. Is this the right one? Yeah. Now, this movie pulled 6 billion yen at Japanese box offices across the country. This is the highest record ever for the director, starring actors, and the distributor. So they made this announcement back on February 13th that the movie had reached 6 billion yen. And that translates to a little bit under $40 million in American money. Damn, that's good. According to Animate Times, the film had earned basically 6 billion yen from 400 and over 4 million ticket sales, close to 5 million in ticket sales as of February 12th. In the then 61 days since its release in Japan. That's amazing. I want to see this film. Now has become the second top grossing Japanese film, opened in 2024, behind only Kingdom Return of Great General with 8.03 billion yen, which translates to about 52.61 million US dollars. The film has already become the biggest hit at the box office so far. The director, lead actors, and the distributors, etc. The director, Hideki Takeuchi's previous top grossing work was Ferme Rome, which came out in 2012 with 5.98 billion yen in sales. And for actor Takeru Sato and distributor Warner Brothers Japan was Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto Inferno. That came out in 2014 and it did 5.25 billion yen. Wow, that is impressive. But then again, live action Kenshin is really good.
Oh yeah. I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
I had to get something to drink too.
Trust me, I feel you. I'm sucking down on this canteen of water as we do the show tonight.
Whew.
All right, let me see. Where did I leave off at? Oh, right. And this movie,
one, right?
Yep. And this movie has become the top-grossing film in the career of Mei Nagano, who plays Red Blood Cell. That is really awesome. The film opened up in Japanese theaters on December 13th, 2024, and it stayed number one in the box office ranking for 4 consecutive weekends. In its latest 9th weekend of February 7th to the 9th, it still ranked 8th. The film opened in Taiwan on January 24th, the Philippines on January 29th, and in Hong Kong on February 6th. In Hong Kong, it ranked number 1 for both attendance and box office revenue for a foreign film. Additionally, it is also scheduled to release in Thailand on March 13th and in South Korea and China in the near future. I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah.
I want to see this.
Looks amazing.
It does. All right, now that we got that's the way we've discussed sales at work. Ari, tell us what's going on with UDON Entertainment.
Sure thing. They have signed a deal with Lunar Distribution after the bankruptcy of Diamond. UDON announced on February 13th that it entered a non-exclusive distribution agreement with Lunar Distribution to handle its direct market sales, beginning with May 2025, shipping comic book products. With the agreement, UDON Entertainment's 2025 free comic book day titles, Street Fighter vs. Rival Schools #1 and Mega Man #0, will be handled exclusively by Lunar. UDON stated to retailers that orders for the 2 titles made through Diamond Comic distributors will be canceled, and retailers are asked to reorder the books from Lunar Distribution. You know, it's been a rocky time for the entire comic industry right now. Diamond has been a very supportive partner of UDON since we started publishing over 20 years ago, and we respect that they support a great deal. We are very hopeful that Diamond could come back strong from Chapter 11 restructuring, but with that uncertainty ahead, it makes the most sense for us and the retailers to carry out our books to open up the distribution options and make our materials available through additional partners like Lunar Distribution.
Seems legit.
Uh-huh. So they have a picture of the Mega Man comic book here, but not the Street Fighter vs. Rival Schools one.
And I still haven't forgiven him for canceling the Rival Schools comic. I will pick up this crossover for Free Comic Book Day, and that's it.
Oh, absolutely.
I am hoping
and it's
actually
#1, so hopefully they'll expand the story.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, Rival Schools takes place around the time of Street Fighter Alpha 3.
It's in the same universe as all the other Capcom.
Oh, I know, but I'm talking about like timeline wise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, timeline wise.
Like if any of the rival schools characters got brought in for Street Fighter 6, at least the students, they'd probably be in their like late 20s, early 30s.
That is true. Yeah, I've been kind of following the whole Diamond comic thing. I never would have expected that.
But the Mega Man story does look fun.
Hmm.
What's next?
Alice and Borderland season 3. I'm really excited about that. Um, in case you don't know, me and Maka are big fans of Alice in Borderland, which is a really awesome live action series on Netflix. It kind of plays like Alice in Wonderland. It's Alice in Wonderland meets Squid Games before there was Squid Game. So, I mean, it's just that concept. And now, the thing is, after season 2, it was it. They basically covered the entire manga, but there's a spin-off that's supposed to be going to be in the manga that's supposed to be season 3. The director of the show, Shinsuke Sato, posted on Twitter that the third season will begin streaming in September, which is great because I last heard it was going to be December. I was like, please don't do that to me. The director Shinsuke Sato worked on Kingdom and live action Bleach. I think it might have been the musical or the movie, something like that. I'm not sure. And it's starring Kento Yamazaki as Ryohei Arisu. Alice in Borderland first premiered in December 2020 and was followed by a second season December 2022 after the series reached the top 10 streaming in over 70 countries. Wow. And if you want to watch it, like I said, it is available on Netflix. So the description of what we have is Arisu and Usagi try to unravel the mysteries of Borderland to return to the real world. In a place they believe holds the key to uncovering these mysteries, they meet allies, enemies, and the mastermind behind all of the games. Oh shit. Arisu and the others pit themselves against games of a scale and difficulty that exceeds the first season. The remaining games are only the Jack, Queen, and King cards, but will they be able to collect them and return to the real world? The hugely popular series that astounded the world returns with even more thrills and excitement. Oh yeah, basically, everything's based on a 52 card deck, and you go into this one area and you'll see a card, and if you beat the game, you get that card. And I think eventually it kind of divvies up to like teams by the car by
Suits.
the suits. Yeah, I think so. But I'm probably gonna do a rewatch of the series before season 3 drops. So I can be refreshed and familiarized with the show again. All right. So, like I said, if you're looking for a good show on Netflix to watch, definitely check out Alice in Borderland. And now our last story of the night. Ari, who's going to be the guest at Nostalgiacon?
Well, Nostalgiacon's Instagram account announced on Tuesday that voice actress Romi Park will attend the convention in Anaheim, California from June 6th through the 8th. The actress will be participating in signings, and autograph tickets are available at the event's website for $200 each. I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
Park's many roles include Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist, Tamari from Naruto,
Mm-hmm.
Hitsugaya from Bleach, Laurent Chihak, did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
From Turn A Gundam, and Ken from Digimon Adventure 02. Hanji in Attack on Titan, uh, Kir- Kiryuin Ragyo in Kill la Kill, Seimei and Garo Crimson Moon, Star and Stripe in My Hero Academia, and is now working as Justice and Zenshu. She won Best Actress Award for her performance as Nana Osaka in Nana at the first ever Seiyu Awards in 2007. And she's part of a group of 26 Japanese voice actors for the No More Mudan Seisei AI campaign that opposes unauthorized use of generative AI.
Something that we talked about on this show a bit back.
Yeah, as in fuck it.
Mm.
But I'm not sure how much I'd be willing to pay for an autograph. But
Well, I will say, if I didn't already have her autograph, it would be
you,
something worth doing. I got her autograph back in 2016, I believe, when I went to Anime Matsuri. She signed my FMA game for PlayStation 2.
nice.
And I have a friend, and she also signed a Tamari card for a friend. I explained to her that my friend went through a really bad breakup and this, and that, and she did, and I really appreciated that. So that was really nice. So, and I think she still has that card. So, I like to do good things like that. I do like the Nostalgiacon logo is very Nickelodeon esque.
Oh yeah,
Nickelodeon meets SpongeBob.
yeah. The bright orange splat. Ugh,
Yeah,
excuse me. I feel like I'm clogged up.
it's been a long day.
Hmm.
All right, and now that we got that out the way, we are going to get into the part of the show that y'all really like to stick around for. Meanwhile in Japan. Now, if you notice, some of the stories for our Meanwhile in Japan segments tend to rotate over because either I already have the article set up and one person may not make the show, so whichever article does not get discussed, we save for the following week. If I find that the titles aren't as interesting, or the way OneNote can be, I won't see everything until maybe 5 minutes before we go live. I'm just like, lovely. Like what happened here tonight. I go back and look at the rough draft, and I'm just like, here are the other articles, and I'm just like, I kind of want to put them in, but I think we'll save them again for next week. So,
I'll
uh,
take the first one then.
all right, let me see what. Oh, let me take a look at this. Okay, all right. You know what? I'm probably going to take the third article. So
All right.
the
Hang
second
on
one
one.
it's just the second falls under, well, it was bound to happen. So
All right. A foreign tourist arrested in Japan for striking a convenience store clerk over a 3 yen bag.
mm,
Okay. At about 1:40 a.m. on January 27th, a convenience store clerk in the city of Sapporo's Kita Ward noticed a customer was using its self-checkout register, had rung up his purchases, paid for them, and taken a plastic bag from the rack next to the terminal. But the bags aren't free, and the customers want to use them have to include a total number they're taking during the self-checkout procedure, which each bag costs them the 3 yen,
mm,
about 2 cents. It is unclear in the customer, later identified as a UK national, intentionally avoided paying for the bags or whether he was unaware they weren't free. Either way, a 48-year-old clerk who was working the shift
yep.
followed the customer out to the street and called for him to address the situation. And the clerk says the other man struck him, opening a cut near his left eye. The British man left the scene, but the clerk contacted the police, who were able to locate the man and place him under arrest on a suspicion of assault.
Mm-hmm.
He denied intentionally striking the clerk, saying, "We were arguing. I didn't strike him, but when I pushed away from him, my hand probably hit him." Uh,
Mm.
okay, let's see.
I'm not buying that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not buying a lot of this thing. First, the chances of a convenience store clerk trying to shake you down for extra money that you don't actually have to pay are low enough to be non-existent. And even if one of them was running such a scam, they'd be asking for more than 3 yen.
Mm-hmm.
But the clerk hadn't just asked the man to pay for the bag and immediately said he was going to call the police. That's all the more reason to remain calm. So, yeah, it feels like the author of this article is agreeing this is a major, you know, like major over escalation on both accounts.
Mm-hmm. Just be like, oh, it was an accident. I didn't know. Sorry.
Also, it's three, 3 yen, like I said, 2 cents. Like,
And they probably don't do that. They probably don't do the bag thing in the UK either. So,
yeah.
but it still falls under the aspect of ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Doesn't mean you have to be a complete asshole about it.
Well, yeah, I see that too. So we're gonna switch it over from Grand Theft plastic bag to curry bread. And it seems that Japanese curry bread achieves new Guinness World Record at Sapporo Snow Festival. That's pretty cool. Nope, I want this one. Curry bread, or karepan, as it's known in Japan, is a delicious fried treat that's incredibly popular across the country. It's even earned several mentions in the Guinness Book of World Records, with 7-Eleven currently holding the record for the best-selling freshly made curry bread brand. Ooh, I'm going to have to try that when I go. Having sold almost 77 million units in 2023, while the most curry bread sold in 24 hours was awarded to Aichi's Pan no Tora after they sold about a little bit over half of 15,455 karipans back in May of 2023 on May 21st. That's cool. Now the Curryville breads are getting a new entry in the Guinness World Records after cooperative network Hokkaido smashed the record for most curry bread sold in 8 hours. Now the Curryville breads are getting a new... No, wait, I already said that. Sorry. The event took place at a food stall at the Sapporo Snow Festival in Hokkaido on February 8th, with the sale starting at 11 a.m. and finishing about 6.5 hours later at 5:30, when all the prepared curry breads sold out. While this results suggests that they could have achieved an even higher number of sales within an 8-hour period, the group ended up selling 11,208 karipan, surpassing the previous record of 8,340 held by Pan no Tora, and earning them the title of most curry bread sold in 8 hours. Wow.
Not bad.
I know. That's really cool. And they were given a certificate at the ceremony later that evening. While the official certification made news around the country, curry bread lovers everywhere had one question in mind. What type of karipan contributed to the new world record? According to Cooperative Network Hokkaido, which is made up of 16 agricultural and fishery cooperative, it was the luxury smoked scallop and rich beef containing Hokkaido-sourced ingredients and was sold as a two-piece set for 500 yen.
So it's like a beef empanada.
Something like that. And what's interesting is I actually had curry for lunch today.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was good. I actually had what was called the Hamburg steak curry, and it was really delicious. I'm gonna have to want to try that in Japan when I go. So,
Yeah, I'm sure it'll blow your mind out there.
well, here's the thing. When we booked our trip, I told them, we're not eating in the hotels at all, so take that off the bill. So, because here's the thing. I was getting up at basically between 6 to 7 o'clock every morning, probably because I was going to bed around 11 and 12 because I was tired. And I was like, well, there's nothing else left to do, so I might as well just go to bed. So I was getting up early, and I was just going out for food, if I wasn't eating in the hotel. So, And I want to try other places. I want to try more local joints and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Cedar Berry says, I once made steamed buns and stuffed with leftover curry. They're delicious. I think Thursday I'm making what is that? Swedish meatballs. So next week I'm gonna see if I can. I'm probably gonna get the stuff to put it together so I can make some curry. Because the thing is, I will sit there and just eat the curry with just brown rice and call it a day, or I have some pasta there. I'll just do curry and pasta. That's even more delicious. So,
well, yeah, it does sound pretty good, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, definitely. And as always, whenever there's always one less person, we tend to get through the stories a little bit quicker. So that means we end the show a little bit sooner, which means everybody can get the heck up on out of here and get their sleep on. Because believe you me, I didn't realize how much sleep I needed when I realized I woke up like 45 minutes before I was supposed to be at work. Yeah, I'm just like, wait, oh shit, and I'm just showering, rushing out the damn house. So Anywho, we're going to go ahead and just get things going.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like tonight's show, tell a friend, they in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. So what we like and don't like, we're telling you straight up right here and now. So if you have any questions about the show, please drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. And don't forget to check out our podcast. It's available anywhere where you can find your podcast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, anything like that. And what's cool is some of these apps will have the ability to allow you to leave a review. So if you don't want to drop an email, post a review. We gladly appreciate that. Don't forget to check out our website at animejamsession.com, which I think is due for an overhaul. On our site, you will find not just our weekly podcast, you will find cosplay trips and tips, cosplay interviews, anime reviews, editorials. You'll also find a lot of other cool stuff on there. You'll find links to our Facebook and YouTube pages for coverage of cosplay and convention stuff, so definitely check those out and a lot more at animejamsession.com. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? Social media. Anime Jam Session on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Join us on those so you know when we're going live, when we have new articles up, new podcasts are available, all this other cool stuff. And to everybody who follows us on our socials, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we really couldn't do it without y'all's love and support. And down below, if you're still watching, there's a link to our tip jars. Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi. Click on those if you want to send us a few dollars. We really appreciate that. All the money goes back into keeping the site going, and we really appreciate every bit on that. If not, you can always cheer us on with bits, which is pretty cool. Or you can give out gift subs or sub to the channel, like what Cedar Berry did at the top of the show. And my God, good man, bless you and thank you so much. Okay, let's see what else is left. Did I unmute that? Oh, okay, no, I thought I did. Oops. I think that is it. So, last words, Ari.
It's good to be back on the show. So, nice hanging out with you again.
Greatly appreciate that. My last words is, I am actually low on cheer, so I need more monies. I need more bits, and I just bought more bits. So there we go. Processing. I just find it funny when it says the process didn't go through, but it still went through anyway. So, Anywho, that's done. That is it. End of list. We're getting out of here. We'll be back next week. Mako-chan has some great news to tell us, so we're hoping that you'll be there for those good news. So, will you be there? I know I'll be there. So, I'm Ranma.
And I'm Ari.
Great fight. Great night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Say goodnight, Ari.
Good night, Ari.
And I'm going to say the same thing. Good night, Ranma. Take care, y'all. See you all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!